so we will look at this example, which is exercise 4.7 here. 4.7. Okay, so exercise 4.7, actually in this exercise we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 forces, but for this first example I just want you to focus on F2, which is which we can use the first angle method. Okay, so we see here we have several types of forces. So the F2 is first angle method because you are given the theta Z and theta y. So from here you know that you can calculate the theta x, and then using the equation cos theta x, cos theta y and cos theta z, you can solve this one to transform into I, j and k. So to visualize this one, so let's say we have this. So okay, how do I have this one? Okay, so this force. Okay, this is x, z and y. So said to you here is theta z is 120, so it is something here somewhere. Theta z is 60, so you have from here to there is 60. So you should have some angle here from x to this force down there. Okay, for this force, okay, you can see from this force down here, this is how these forces go. Okay, 160, so of course more, this is 90, so more than 90 you go to this one. This is for z 60, and it leaves you the what is the value of theta x. So this is how it goes. So you need to resolve the first one into z, the other one into x, and the last one into y. Okay, in terms of I, j, and k. Okay, so how do you do this one? Okay, can you solve it in, let's say, 1 minute? Okay, can you solve it in 1 minute? This is really simple, guys. Really simple. I can solve it in 1 second. Okay, you just do it like. Okay, settle. Only takes you 1 second. Okay, done. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Okay, so the first thing to do is we have theta y, theta z, so you should have the theta x. So you use this formula, vector identity. So we have cos squared theta x plus cos squared theta y plus cos squared theta z equal to 0, equal to 1. So you have here cos squared theta x plus cos squared theta y. So actually the way you do is you put the first theta y 120, so everything here will be squared. Okay, plus cos 60, so all of this will be squared equal to 1. Okay, so from here you can calculate, you got the cos theta x equal to theta x 120, no, cos 120, so everything is squared, plus cos 60, everything is squared, equal to 1 minus answer equal to 0.5. Okay, cos squared theta x equal to 0.5. Okay, so cos theta x equal to plus minus, okay, square root of answer equal to 0.707. Okay, 0.707 plus minus. So from here you will have theta x equal to, so taking the cos minus 1, 0.707, answer equal to 45 degree, and we have cos minus 1 negative 0.707, which is 1 or 135 degree. Okay, 1 degree. Okay, so from here, because it is cos squared, so you have to do the square root. You get two answers, plus minus 0.7. If you don't do like this, if you directly taking cos squared equal to this one, and then cos equal to 0.7, you will be deducting mark. Okay, because you didn't understand from this cos, from this square of this one. So the square root must always have plus minus. So from this plus minus, you have two options, 45 and 35 degree. So from this 45 and 35 degree, you have to choose one which is correct, depend on the figure. Because depend on this figure, it is down here. If you are saying that it is 130, so the angle is 130, so it must go to this direction to have the 130 more. This is 90, from here 90, from here to that is 90, so more than that will be 130. So from in this question it is only here, so logically it will be only 45 degree. Okay, so you have to look at the figure to choose which one is correct. Okay, so the one here is theta x equal to 45 degree. Okay, theta x equal to 45 degree. So you want to do is just put it in the equation. F equal to cos theta x plus f cos theta y plus f cos theta z. So you have here f equal to, which is 200 cos 45i plus 200 cos 120j plus 200 cos 60k. Okay, so one more thing, there will be plus minus, positive or negative, depend on the direction of this one. Okay, so here, from here, you cannot see what is positive or what is negative, but it is already, you have to double check, because if you do the cos, let's say you have cos 60, okay, cos 120, okay, if you are taking cos 120, from here, you already get the minus value, but if you're confused, you have to really go back to this equation. You will see that if I resolve this one will go to the positive x, positive z, and the other one to downward, so you will be negative y. So one of it, which is y, will be negative. So you have to carefully check from the equation later on. If the equation directly gives you, it doesn't matter. But if not, you have to double check. If you go downward, you have to put negative. But from here, you see directly that this cos 120 will give directly to you the value negative sign. Okay, so 200 cos 45 equal to 1414 Newton I minus 200 cos 120 100 Newton J plus cos 60 100 Newton. Okay. Okay, so this is the force in 3D plane, where you resolve the force to I, J, and K for the first method, which is first angle method, where you have all the angle between the axis and the forces. Or if not given, you calculate first and then you put in the equation, you transform into I, J, and K. Okay, so our work is later on, we will have several forces. We will resolve everything in I, J, and K using several methods. And lastly, we have to add all in I direction, in J direction, and in X direction. Okay, so that's all.